Good afternoon, students. Welcome to the class. We were discussing distillation processes. We use distillation processes for the purification of organic solvents. In this class, we will discuss about purification of immiscible liquids. Immiscible liquids can be purified by distillation. Of course, it is steam distillation. What are immiscible liquids? When we mix two liquids, they don't mix with at all. We can clearly visualize a boundary between the two liquids in a beaker. So these are immiscible liquids. We can clearly visualize this boundary. When we pour two immiscible liquids in a glass beaker, we can clearly visualize the boundary that separates these two liquids. Now, the properties of individual liquids does not change in immiscible liquid solutions. So though we are pouring both the solvents, but the individual properties will never change because they are immiscible. So their properties also will not change. Each liquid exerts its own vapor pressure, and hence you can say the total pressure Ps is equal to pure vapor pressure of compound 1 or solvent 1 plus pure vapor pressure of solvent 2. Here, this compound, this solvent will have its own vapor pressure. This solvent will have its own vapor pressure in the solution also. So total pressure of the solution is nothing but pure vapor pressure of solvent A plus pure vapor pressure of solvent B. Any mixture of two immiscible liquids boil at a temperature lower than that at which any pressure, any pure constituent of the mixture boils. So when we boil this mixture, what happens? Say for example, if it is having a boiling point of 150 degrees centigrade, this liquid is having a boiling point of 100 degrees centigrade, then the mixture will boil at a temperature around 80 degrees centigrade or less than these two. So that means when we mix two immiscible liquids, they will boil at a lower temperature. They will boil at a lower temperature than the individual boiling points. So it is easy to distillate the mixture than the individual, right? Individual compounds, this liquid requires 150 degrees centigrade to boil. This liquid requires 100 degrees centigrade. Whereas when we mix these two, this liquid, the solution boils just 80 degrees centigrade. So any mixture of two immiscible liquids boil at a temperature lower than that at which any pure constituent of the mixture boils. Not only that, also the number of moles present in vapor phase of each liquid is proportional to its vapor pressure. The number of moles present in the vapor phase is proportional to its pure vapor pressure. Similarly, NB is also proportional to number of moles of B solvent. What is N? Here N is equal to number of moles. Number of moles. Na is proportional to Pa, Nb is proportional to Pb. Therefore, we can take the ratio here. If we want to remove this proportionality, and we will have a constant, right? So when we take the ratio, constant and constant will get cancelled. So this is Pa0 by Pb0. We know number of moles is nothing but weight by molecular weight. Number of moles is nothing but weight by molecular weight. So when we substitute that weight of compound A by molecular weight of compound A into molecular weight of compound B by weight of compound B is equal to Pa0 by Pb0. Or we can rearrange this again. Weight of compound A by weight of compound B is equal to molecular weight of compound A by molecular weight of compound B into Pa0 by Pb0, or this is also equivalent molecular weight of compound A multiplied by number of moles of A, molecular weight of compound B multiplied by number of moles of B. So when we do distillation of a mixture of immiscible liquids, then the weight of each liquid that is distilled out can be easily calculated using this formula. Thus, the weights of the liquids in the distillate will be in the ratio of their vapor pressures and molecular weights. This principle is used in the purification of organic compounds by steam distillation. I'll explain what is steam distillation now. Purification of aniline through steam distillation. In a steam distillation process, first we will generate steam. We will generate steam in a sealed container. Please mute yourself. When we heat water, it generates the steam. So in a steam steam distillation process, first we will generate steam. We will have two tubes which are inserted in the steam distillation chamber. One tube is dipped inside the water. This is called a safety tube. Other tube is just above the water layer. Above the water layer, we have steam, right? So here we have steam, that is water vapor. So this tube is kept above the water level so that steam can easily go through this tube. Now this safety tube is dipped inside the water, so steam cannot go through this. Steam cannot go through this. If at all, water will go through this. Why we are having a safety tube? When we are heating this chamber, it may create steam very fastly, so that it will create lot of pressure inside. Sometimes if the steam is not passing through this tube, inside pressure will increase. If this tube is blocked somewhere, then pressure will increase. With increasing pressure, there may be a possibility of an explosion. So to just avoid such type of explosions, we will keep a safety tube. If the pressure is increased to such a high amount, then what it will do, the pressure will pump this water through the safety tube to outside. So that is why a safety tube is always installed in the steam distillation setup. Then this second tube, that is for the passage of steam, this is inserted in another container which is having organic compound. Steam is generated in the first container, then this is passed to another container which is having organic compound. For instance, we are discussing about the purification of aniline. So this is aniline. Now what we will do, we will dip this tube inside the liquid aniline, and we also heat this aniline chamber. If sufficient amount of heat is not gained through steam will come like this. If sufficient amount of temperature is not reached, then what happens, this steam will come here and it will get condensed here. So to just avoid such type of steam condensation here, we also heat this container so that aniline will be at high temperature, steam will be at high temperature. Now we insert this steam tube into the aniline solution. Why? Can't we keep this aniline tube, steam tube like this above the aniline layer? When we keep this steam tube above the aniline layer, what happens? Steam will not mix with aniline. So that is why we must keep this steam tube dipped inside the aniline layer. Then steam will bubble through this solution. When it is coming out of this solution, because it is an immiscible mixture, aniline and water are immiscible, then aniline and water will boil at a lower temperature and both will come as a vapor. And this is passed through another tube. Here we will attach a distillation condenser. So this is cool water outlet, this is cool water inlet. Now when steam is passing through this distillation condenser, the steam and water vapor and aniline will condense here. They will transfer this their high energy to cool water and they will condense here and it will be collected in another container. But what we will get? We will get a mixture of water and aniline. Say for example, red color is given for aniline, blue color is given for water. This is water and this is aniline. Aniline is nothing but when we attach an amine group on a benzene ring, it is called aniline. Now this mixture will be condensed here and it will be collected here. This is what is called steam distillation setup. See, water boiling point is 100 degrees centigrade. Aniline boiling point is 180 degrees centigrade. But The mixture of these two compounds, will boil at a 98.5 degrees centigrade. Water boiling point 100 degrees centigrade, aniline boiling point 180 degrees centigrade. But as we have discussed, the mixture of two immiscible liquids will boil at a temperature lower than the individual boiling points. So the mixture of aniline and water will boil at 98.5 degrees centigrade. When this vapor is passed through distillation condenser, it will be condensed and we will collect it in a container. Now, we are getting a mixture of water and aniline. We are not distilling pure aniline or pure water. Now, how do we separate this? That is a big question, right? What is our intention? Our intention is to purify aniline, but we are getting a mixture, right? Right. What is this mixture? It is immiscible liquids. It is immiscible liquids. Immiscible liquids are separated using separating funnel. Immiscible liquids are separated using separating funnel. This is a separating funnel which is having a knob at the bottom. Now, when we put the mixture inside the separating funnel, which is a glass container, we can clearly visualize the boundary between the two layers. So we can operate this knob and we will let down drain only one compound first, then we can collect the second compound next, because we can clearly visualize this. So we have separating funnels in our laboratory. When you visit the chemistry lab next time, you please look at this separating funnel. So the steam which is generated in a steel can, a metal can be passed through aniline solution. Then aniline and water will boil at a temperature of 98.5 degrees centigrade. Then this vapor, mixture of vapor passes through a condenser and will be collected in another container. Now the proportions of aniline and water can be calculated using the formula weight of compound A by weight of compound B is equal to molecular weight of compound A into pure vapor pressure of compound A by molecular weight of compound B into pure vapor pressure of B. Here compound A is water, compound B is aniline. Now, what is the molecular weight of water? It is 18. Pressure of pure vapor pressure of water 717 millimeters of Hg by pure aniline molecular weight is 93 and its pure vapor pressure is 43. When we simplify this, we will get 3.23 is to 1. That means when we do steam distillation, we will get 3.23 grams of water for every 1 gram of aniline. If we get 1 gram of aniline, then water will be 3.23 grams. So according to this formula, we can easily calculate the amount of aniline purified in this. Once the mixture is distilled, we can separate aniline and water using separating funnel. So this is how we use steam distillation process to purify organic solvents having high boiling points.